the remarks.
Okay,
Right.
Mr. Ridwan, we are
Oh,
listening to you.
all right, good afternoon, everyone. Um, I'm delighted to be here this afternoon, and I welcome everyone on board. For you to be here today shows you are taking a proactive step in ensuring that you constitute a value to the society, a value to development, a value to progress through your acquired tech skills. And I'm really confident that by the end of this webinar, you'll have a very good reason for you'll be satisfied that you joined this kind of webinar. I would like to congratulate you for having the mindset to be part of processes like this. And I would like to appreciate the CEO of Habersoft Technology for coming up with this initiative. It's a really laudable initiative, and I do hope this continues and it expands even beyond the shores of Nigeria and Africa. Thank you, everyone. Over for now.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ridwan, for the wonderful opening remarks. And I believe we have learned one or two things from the opening remark. Thank you once again. So I welcome you all to this webinar as well. So while we are checking the agenda of today's webinar, so we are done with the opening remarks. So the next one is introduction to Habersoft technology. So permit me to share my screen. So for those of us that have been joining our monthly webinar, you will have been conversant with what Habersoft technology is all about. But for the sake of people that are just joining for the first time, so Habersoft technology is a seasoned information technology company led by experienced professionals with extensive industry experts. So as a Nigeria-based company with world-class experts in IT, we specialize in delivering cutting-edge digital solutions. So our core expertise include web design, web and mobile application development, user interface and user experience design, creative design, digital marketing, search engine optimization, SEO, and more. So we are committed to delivering high quality, result-driven web solution with a strong focus on customer satisfaction. Our team consists of skilled, motivated, and dedicated web designer and developer, mobile app developer. So we have series of tech companies like this. So what are our USP, unique selling points? Why choosing Habersoft technology? So the first one is one-stop digital hub. When you are looking for a firm to give you all the things you need for your business to flourish, from being on creating digital presence, design app or web or design graphics or IT consultants on anything related, even it cuts across printing, branding, and the likes. So we are in one-stop digital hub. So, and the next thing is experts and innovation. A skilled team using the latest tools and creative strategy to deliver modern user-focused solutions. So the third one is client-centered approach. We listen, understand, and tailor our service to meet your specific business goals. So the fourth one is affordable and reliable, competitive pricing, one-time delivery, flexible package for startup, SME, and enterprises. So the last one is training and ongoing support. So beyond solution, we empower clients with training, knowledge transfer, and 24/7 consultancy. So that's our USP. So let's move to the vision. So what the vision of Habersoft technology? To be the most trusted partner in empowering brand digitally, helping businesses and individuals harness technology, creativity, and data to achieve sustainable growth and global relevance. So these are our mission to empower brand digitally through innovative web design, graphics, marketing, UI, UX, data analysis, and IT consultancy. So to provide scalable, user-focused, and result-driven digital solutions that create real business impact. I believe everybody can hear me loud and clear.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
All
we
right.
can.
Thank you so much. So while I continue to build capacity through training and mentorship, equipping future innovative with essential tech skills, to foster long-term partnership by delivering excellence, creativity, and measurable results. So if you take a look, what are the web design projects we have done and the mobile app as well. So you can see it on my screen. We all this one are like last year project. So when we're talking about this year project, we have done close to like 5 different projects. So but let's start with Aderemi Bamidele Chartered Accountancy. So Febe Foundation, Aquam Foundation, Greenspring Social Impact Academy, Unzi Event World, Development Initiative, Osipinal, Sport Foundation, New Glory, Capright, Bring Mind Foundation, DNA. So, and not only about web design, most of them we help them work on their brand as well, like the likes of the brochure, logo, and the likes, flyer, posters. So when we talk about the graphic design, we have designed many, even for the global brand, like the likes of Lagos State Health Management Agency, Digital Rights, Ajoke Aishat Ajibola Foundation, and the likes. We have worked with many, even designed many projects. So that's that about the graphics to save our time. So we are trusted with top brand. You can see it on the screen, like the likes of Aderemi Bamidele, BHCPF, Febe Foundation, Capright, LASMA, Public Health Sustainable Advocacy Initiative, LACSOP, and the likes. So we are not just starting, or we are not just beginning. We have worked with many brands. We have worked with different projects that cut across anything that has to do with IT related. So thank you so much while you're all listening to Abasoft Technology pitching, short pitching. So if you all can hear me, can I see some emoji? Thank you, Abdultawab, Mr. Ridwan, Brizora Concept. Uh, thank you, everyone. So I cannot thank you for joining. So let's now move to the next on our agenda. So the next on our agenda is from zero to income. How simple tech skill can pay you monthly. When we listen to this topic like this, like from zero to income, some people will just be like, you don't have anything and you start want to earn. So that's the power of technology. We can see the way AI has scattered everything, or let me say, harness everything, whereby anything you want to do now, if you are not AI tech savvy, you are left behind. It cut across different areas. So that's the same thing, the power of technology. Because you cannot afford to even learn simple skill. Even if you want to prompt an AI, the likes of ChatGPT, Cloud, Gemini, Nova AI, and the likes, you need some specific knowledge that how can you not do justice to this? So that's why Abasoft Technology is here, because our monthly program our monthly webinar is about bringing different topic that related with IT. So it's not only about IT in any field you are. The last month was based on how you can leverage the power of IT during the Ramadan. So how can you, it's not only about this Sadaqah to Jariyah. So what can you do? Even if you do just a short presentation lecturing people or giving sermon or just sensitize people about Ramadan is Sadaqah to Jariyah. So the previous one was on tax smart using tech tools. So how can you speed up your tax compliance? Because these days now everybody is know that this Nigeria of today, one of the area that everybody is going up and down is about a tax rather. So how are you going to be tax compliance? So that was about 2 months ago. Why before that one we discussed about cloud solution. So how when you take a look at cloud, that is very easy. So as it is easy for you to get things done, get things saved, you don't need to be carry your system, carry your laptop up and down. You can just go to your email, go to your Google Drive to get what you need. So as it is easy, that is how it is vulnerable. Like, okay, well, when some people hack your account, they get access to your information, or not talk of social media. The way people hack social media account these days, the likes of Facebook, Instagram, and the likes. So whereby you see people sending random messages on your behalf, requesting for money, just be like, what is happening? Or not talk about some unrelated video that we don't need to be discussed about. So that was what our January webinar is all about. February is about tax, why March is about leveraging the Ramadan. So on this month of April, we are now discussing about from zero to income, how simple Tesky can pay you monthly. You don't need to leave what you are doing, but how can you incorporate the tech? So we now have in the building uh, two powerful speaker. The first speaker is Mr. Ridwan Awosanya. So Mr. Ridwan Awosanya is a program, or we call it project manager. He has worked in different projects and is an international based person that has worked in different projects. So it's going to be the one to start with the first topic, which is from zero to tech. I don't know if I got that one correctly. So, Mr. Ridwan, I will make you a co-host so you can unmute and you can also share your screen. Or do you want me to share the screen from here?
Yeah, I thought I've already shared my screen. Um, Maybe you can share from your hand. I thought I'm sharing my screen already.
Yes, yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I can see it. So
Okay.
you have 15 minutes to do justice to this topic.
I'm trying
So
to
why
see if
all the
I can
listeners
put on my
pen and jotter
video.
to put some things down.
Yeah, what's
Thank
my
you so
video
much for
here?
having you.
Okay. I'm looking for a way if I can still show my video. The screen has, yeah, so in the interest of time, good afternoon, colleagues. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ridwan. I work in the development sector, what people know as NGO, INGOs. And in recent times, I've developed a strong affinity for tech solutions, for integration of technology in solving problems, in creating incomes. Um, I'm a learner like you as well, so permit me to make mistakes. So in the next 15 minutes, we'll try and educate ourselves on how simple tech skills. So when I was given this topic, I presumed that the prospective participants would be either tech students or tech professionals because it's The topic stipulates how simple tech skills can pay you monthly. So there is an underlying assumption that all of us here, are already in the tech space, either as beginners or as experts. So this will be the outline. I'm trying to go to the next slide. Yeah. So we'll go through seven key talking points. We understand the core principles, then the four lanes for beginners income, the execution framework, the real world examples and patterns of skills, tech skills that can bring income. Then we have to understand what are the underlying principles. Everything in life has principles that makes them work. Then the path to sustainable income, not just one off. Then the economics of the tech skills, then the positioning of the skilled tech personnel. So what are the core principles in trying to make an hedge, in trying to translate your tech skills into income? So the first thing is understanding the concept called value. So in day-to-day affairs, in transactions, it is the value you have that brings in, that gets exchanged for money or for currency. If you don't have a value, if something doesn't have a value, nobody will be ready to pay, you know, in return. So the essentiality of this is to understand value creation over technology. So if you have the tech skills, then you have to think, how can I create value to businesses, to individual lives, to collective lives? So it is the value that people pay for, not essentially the technology or the complexity behind your technology. Is the value. So value means what can I do to improve the happiness, to improve the effectiveness, to improve the income, to improve, the efficiency of a system, of an organization, to improve, make someone life better. That's what value is all about. So you need to really define the kind of value you want to create. Then, having understood the value around you, maybe you take a look at businesses, at schools, you know, take a look at, how people do their transaction, how people, commute daily, how people interact with each other. There is no way you take a look at the different dimensions of day-to-day living that you will not see where you can add value to, either in food system, either in education system, either in livelihood, either within the community structures, in the religious settings, in the banking sector. If you just look across, you will see where people's life can get better, where their processes can be improved. Then when you identify that, you now leverage on technology. Tech has a vehicle for value. So focusing on value creation, to understand this, you need to realize the fact that technology itself, it's not the opportunity. It is the most efficient vehicle to deliver value at scale. The real objective is to become useful in a digital economy where businesses need support, visibility, and growth. So you agree with me that the digital economy runs on a simple mechanism, problems and solutions. Businesses around you have recurring needs like posting content, managing customers, generating leads. This repetition is the foundation of monthly income. For instance, when you position yourself to solve these problems consistently. So we're talking of trying to understand value you want to create, vis-a-vis the daily requirements of, for instance, a business environment, any business environment. And this could apply to, every kind of business, whatever sector you're looking at. So it's you understanding what they need, what they require on a daily basis or on a monthly basis, positioning yourself as a tech personnel, to deliver value for them that will that the demand will keep reoccurring. So as the demand keeps reoccurring, your income keeps reoccurring. So let's try to move on. So that's the first part. Then, secondly, we'll try to understand the four lanes for beginner income. So, as a tech professional, as a tech student, we there are different lanes, to leverage on for income. So, we'll take a look at four lanes. The first one is digital support. You know, digital support. It's essential for businesses. So this lane includes, for instance, social media management, virtual assistants, social media management for companies, for businesses, even individuals, high worth, high net individuals, virtual assistants, administrative support. So these roles are essential as business owners are overwhelmed with daily training, with time draining task. If you can organize information or manage schedules, you have a monetizable skill. So if you can use your tech skills to make their admin processes more efficient, you know, to make their day-to-day inventory management, less stressful, if you can add that value, then of course they'll be willing to pay. Nobody wants stress. Everybody wants a smart ways of working, smarter ways of operation. Then on that same lane one, we'll talk about your path to stable earnings. Many beginners start with one client, which is quite almost natural. You start your career or your tech, applying your tech skills with maybe someone giving a task to do. It could even be on volunteer basis. So many beginners start with one client and gradually scale into multiple clients, turning small skills into stable monthly earnings. This is one of the most practical entry points into the digital economy. So we start by maybe designing desktop, designing graphics, designing, many of us are familiar with when we start gaining some tech skills, start designing postal, designing. So gradually we expand, in scope and in reach. The second lane is about content creation. You need to understand the concept of attention and the concept of currency. So today, 2026, the 21st century, the Gen Z century, attention is currency. Many people psychologically are more online than they are offline. You can sit beside someone and reality is far or she's far from you because it's concentrated on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and the likes. So businesses now need constant online presence because that's where the people are now. People are mostly online than offline in reality. So your skill set can be very useful, on social media through graphics, videos creation, written content, making use of tools like Canva, like CapCut. They have simplified content creation for beginners. So you can think of maybe an organization, a school, a startup that you think they need traction. Then the people needs to know them. So you can approach them that you can leverage your tech skills and make them known on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on X, on Instagram. And if you can establish the value you want to create for them, that for instance, if currently 20 people know them, you can assure them that with your skills, with your strategy, in the next 3 months, about 100,000 people will know about them. Nobody will hear that. I will not want to give you a trial. Then consistency over perfection. You need to understand this as well. What matters is not artistic perfection, but consistency and relevance. So a beginner creating weekly posts for a business, for instance, can transition to a monthly retainer model for predictable income. So you don't have to get it all fixed out, all ready at the beginning. But what matters is consistency of your service. Yeah, so let's proceed in the interest of time. The third lane you can think of a tech professional is building online presence. Um, First of all, trying to, understand what we mean by no code and low code development. That means in essence, not trying to do something too complex, reducing the complexity, improving the simplicity of your approach. So, for instance, building online presence, there are platforms like WordPress that allow individuals to build websites and landing pages without coding. So for many small businesses, simply having an online presence is a major step forward. Then evolving into ongoing service. Helping a business exist online can evolve into ongoing maintenance, updates, and optimization services. So for instance, if you help a business, maybe you created a website for them, um, then it doesn't end there really. There will be a need for, maintenance, either by content creation or managing the contents or upgrading or updating the content, and optimization services will always be needed, all which can be billed monthly for recurring revenue. So you will hear Harboursoft saying they build websites for several organizations. I'm sure it's not a one-off service. At some point in time, they would have called on Harboursoft again, to still provide further services on those websites. And that could be reoccurring depending on the nature of that service. Then the last lane is about tech-enabled marketing and sales. This has the highest leverage opportunity. This lane offers the highest leverage as business are always seeking customers, helping them attract and convert leads position. Helping them attract and convert leads positions you as a revenue driver, not just a support role. So in terms of, marketing and sales is a lifeline, it's critical to businesses. So if your tech skills can really prove, you know, can really boost their marketing, you are as valuable as their life to them. So if you can think of how your tech skills can boost sales, can boost um, you know, business incomes, they will be ready to offer you the value you want if you can negotiate very well. If they are certain that your expertise, your application can make them move to their targeted revenue, you can always negotiate your rates. Then direct contribution to income. When you contribute directly to a business income, you naturally earn a share of that value, often on a recurring basis, making this a powerful income lane. I just wonder how our time will suffice. So part three is about the execution framework. How do you want to get started? How you want to proceed as a tech professional? The first thing is to avoid the overlearning trap. Market reward results, not readiness. So many beginners fall into overlearning, consuming tutorials, collecting certificates. The little start applying, start adding value to people's life, to business processes. You don't have to have all the certification in tech before you get started. I remember a famous quote I used to listen to Mark Zuckerberg, what's his name, that you just need to get started. You don't have to figure everything out perfectly. As you start, as you progress, you get to know what next. So the market does not reward revenue, it rewards result, the value you can provide. The next slide, talks about a simple four-step framework to make you, progress. You choose and commit to one lane. There are several skill sets in tech. There are several dimensions. You can always, be multidimensional, but there will be you'll have a niche, a particular one you want to focus on the more. Then you learn just enough to deliver at first, You gain experience based on what you know, and you prove your competence, you prove the value you can add, then you improve on that. Then you package your services into monthly offerings. Then the part four of our context speaks to the real world example of patterns. We've been talking about the theory. So how does it really works in real life times? So from basic tasks to expanded value, you can begin as a virtual assistant, managing emails and schedules, content creation to retainer, website development to maintaining the website. Trying to rush because of time. Then the page five is the underlying principles. For success, for you to be successful, you need to understand the underlying principles, that underscores, that will underscore your trajectory in this part. Number one is consistency and relevance over complexity. So businesses care about problem solving, not how you can code, not how you can be online for 36 hours without sleeping. So income in the digital space is not about complexity, it's about consistency and relevance. Businesses do not care how advanced your skills are really. They do care in relation to the value you are giving. So they care about whether you can solve their problems reliably. Then execution is key, which is the hardest truth. Discipline and action drive process. Technology alone will not change your financial situation. The real drivers of success are discipline, consistency, and the willingness to act despite uncertainty. Execution is the differentiator. Okay? Then the path to sustainable income. So the gap is defined by action. You understand direction, action, and persistence. So the gap between zero income and sustainable income is defined by, direction, action, and persistence, not necessarily by talent or intelligence in absolute terms. So digital economy rewards those who move with intention. So the straightforward paths to choose is like you choose, you start, you deliver, you repeat the process. So you choose a lane, you start small, you deliver value, then you gain experience, you do it again over time. In simple skills evolve into a reliable income stream. Then lastly, economics and positioning. Um, One of the most remarkable things about tech is the scalability of digital income. You see many billionaires surface in the United States in the past decade because of tech. And in Africa as well, you can see a lot of startups, making fortunes through tech. So income tied to systems, are better tied to system than time. In traditional jobs, in your 9 to 5 jobs, income is tied to time. You resume 9, you close 5:30, you resume 8:30, you close 4:30. And you do that for 25 working days, you get paid. So in the digital space, income can be tied to systems and repeatable outcomes, allowing efficiency to compound into higher earnings. So within 5 hours, you can earn what the 9 to 5 guy will earn in 5 years if you are well positioned. Next slide. Strategic positioning, focus on business impact. Most of the common mistake is beginners we undersell themselves, which is understandable to some extent. However, the market requires you to be clear and reliable. You position yourself based on business impact. Remember, underline the word impact, not skill level. What you can do for their business. That increase your perceived value and your pricing power. Early relationship building, life business is about relationship building. No matter how skilled you are, you see some people, you say, oh, this guy is very brilliant, this guy is very skilled, but I just don't like the way he talks. He's so rude. You need to be sociable, you need to build relationship, leverage your immediate network. You start with those in your religious spaces, your workplaces, within your friend and family cycles. Then you do fantastically well, then they recommend you, they gather trust, you gather testimonials and create a track record that scales you exponentially. Then you continuously improve yourself, you refine and increase rates. Oh, I mean, at the end of the presentation. So these are the underlying principles that will guide success in trying to create sustainable income. Uh, we talk about monthly now. It could even be daily, it could be monthly, it could be weekly. Um, I believe I've done a little bit of justice to this because the time constraint is there. So permit me to stop here. Thank you very much. Over from me. Hello, Habasoft. Hello, Habasoft, are you here?
Are you
Hello.
done, Mr. Ridwan? I can't hear any.
He has finished. He was waiting for you. He has been calling your name.
I'm having technical glitch. Apology for that. So thank you so much, Mr. Ridwan, for the wonderful presentation. So let's now move to Mr. Sunday Udo for the second topic, from skill to income. Are you sharing your slide?
No, no, no. I don't have a slide there. I'll just,
All
in
right, all
fact,
right.
every other person have said everything. But I will come as a social worker and I will speak just few minutes and that is okay. Okay? Is that okay?
All right, all right.
Thank you so much. Um, Good evening, everyone. God bless you. From zero to skill, how beginners can quickly learn simple tech skills that matter. Now, I want to look at number one, importance of tech skills for the youth and the teenage. Now, if you look at in 2026, this year that we are, not only tech skills. Excuse me, let me shut my door. Somebody's talking there. Sorry for that. In 2026, not having tech skills is like not knowing how to read in 1990. The world will leave you behind. That is what tech is all about. Everything now is inclusive. Tech skill is very, very important. I just did a course last year with Lunadec, and my eyes were open to skills which involve tech. Now, there's another information that is sent to me, was sent to me yesterday. For fashion right now, tech skill is inclusive. Everything we talk about, tech skill is so important. You cannot throw it away. Now, why tech skills are non-negotiable for youth age between 13 to 30 today? Why is it non-negotiable? Whether we like it or not, even being a minister, being an NGO, whatever you want to be, you have to know that tech skill. Number one, survivor tech, new basic need for 2026. Needed to write, to read, even farmers, even engineers, you must have that basic. Even people fixing phone, you know, and work around with even people when it comes to the link social media. You must have the tech, so be it. Number two, importance, economic importance. No skills, no money. That's what we're talking about right now. Number one, unemployment fighter. Nigerian youth unemployment 53%, but 80% of remote jobs need tech skills, whether we like it or not. That is why most NGOs now, they are going into the communal setting and teaching them tech. So let it be as a skill to them. It's an added advantage to them. What are the importance of the tech skill? It breaks poverty. Tech skill lets you earn from anywhere. Now, like what we're doing at Iwayamakoko, tech skill give that. And tech skill is about data collection, entry level, virtual assistant in Lagos and also be it. And they pay them up to between 60 to 120,000 per month. No degree at that point in time needed. Just phone, typing plus English. What are the importance? It clears away crime activities from your side because you're busy doing something. It clears it away completely from you. What is the next one? Mental health importance. Busy hands, healthy mind. When your hands are busy, your minds are healthy. Now, you don't need a computer science degree or 10,000 hours. What you just need is the right skill, the right path. Now, let's look at the first tech skill that we have. We have peak, high impact, lower barrier skills. These are skills you can learn in weeks, not years, and people will pay for or benefit from immediately. You know, like if you know how to design now, graphic design, people will pay you. It's so okay here in Nigeria, but if you have one connection outside Nigeria, outside the shore, you'll be making money. If you know how to design, it's so enormous. Even in my church, there's a young boy, Ahmed. He will design, and they are paying him a whole sum of amount of money. With that, he has made money and went back to Ibadan Poly to study his education. That is the beauty of skill and having tech inclusively, you know. So let's go to number two, the 3-step zero to skill framework. Learn one core thing per day, 20 minutes. Learn it. Learn how to do canvas flyer. Go through rigorous and go for learning. Let them teach you how to do canvas flyer. Number 2 step, build publicly with real project. Don't wait till you are ready. Volunteers to make flyers for organization. Manage a friend shop, WhatsApp, track the community attendance in sheets. Real problems. Number 3 step, teach it immediately. Once you have acquired that tech skill, teach it immediately. Once you learn how to remove background in Canvas, record your phone screen and teach 2 people. Teaching cements skill 80% faster than rewatching it. The more you do it, just like the days of typewriting machine, the more as you're doing it, the more you're getting it. The more you're typing, the more you're getting it. Just like we have it right now. Now, 30-day quick win plan, 1 week. Pick a skill, watch tutorial daily or go for tutorial. Recreate one thing daily. The second week, do a free project for organization, for your church, for your mosque or your neighbor. Busy, post it. The 3rd week, get feedback, fix mistakes, do projects. 4th week, package it, WhatsApp status and design flyers. You may design flyers as cheap as low as 5,000. Let people just keep coming and you're making money. Before you know, you can now start increasing it and becoming a professional. The higher you go, the higher you go for higher trainer or higher training for that, to be familiarized in that aspect. Biggest beginner mistakes to avoid. Mistake to avoid is watching and doing. If you watch 5 videos without opening Canvas, you learn nothing. If it's online, you're doing it, but it's better for you to do it physically. Those are the mistakes you need to avoid. Now, the truth is, start today. Pick Canvas or WhatsApp Business. By this time next week, you could design for an organization, design for your church, design for your mosque, flyers, and instead of asking, just design something, and it will go a long way. I think tech skill has come to stay, whether we like it or not, in all aspects of our lives. So it's very important that we learn it. We teach our teenage, we teach our youth so that we'll get busy. They say someone who is not busy will get involved into negativity. And sometimes when the teenage is not busy, the youth is not busy, they get involved into drug abuse. And United Nations has given us a statistic that we have 14.3 million youths that are into illicit drugs. So tech skill is another way to disengage them from that angle. When you get something that you're busy doing, you take the idle mind off you completely. And that is the truth about it. Tech skill has come to stay, and so it will stay, and so we'll get ourselves involved. There's no age limit when it comes to tech skill. So that is the angle I'm looking at as a social worker. In our environment, in our community, our neighbors, our children, our brothers, our neighbors' children are our children. Let's get them involved. Let's use an opportunity like we'll be having in 2 weeks time. We'll be having program with the Wire children. We involve them. We'll talk about the tech skills with them. So you can also do that, and we'll get Mr. Busari involved so that we'll come and talk to them too and enlighten them the more as a professional. Thank you. God bless you as you listen. Bye.
Thank you so much, Mr. Udo. If you enjoy Mr. Udo very well, can you please send an emoji? Let's see how you all enjoy Mr. Udo very well. So he has done a wonderful to the topic given to him. So we are bringing people that are not on tech ski for you to know the importance of tech ski. It's not until when someone is on tech that we'll be able to do justice. Even there is one proverb that you don't need to tell a blind man that it's raining. So by the time you get wet, you know that it's raining. So that's about the tech. So when we are discussing about the problem, like we need to learn tech ski, we need to learn tech ski rather. We are providing a solution that can get us started with something. So that is why we are organizing this webinar. And Amazon Technology started Unlock Your Tech Ski first cohort last year. So and we train close to like 30 youths. We train them for free because we want to make an impact. So and this year as well, at the second cohort, I believe everybody can hear me loud and clear. If you can hear me, can I see some emoji?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Udo. So this year we are starting the second cohort to teach people on simple tech ski. And we are not going to be like we are taking them to a very core, because that is what convinces many people when it comes to coding, when it comes to doing some very rigorous, tedious work, many people get pissed off. So we are starting with a simple test key that you can leverage on, like the likes of the website design, like the likes of graphic design, and also you can see the power of AI these days, whereby everybody is using AI to design. And it's going to be a bonus also on how you can also incorporate the knowledge to use AI to design a very powerful. That one will be a bonus. But the main core course is the website design and the graphic design. If you take a look at the market of today, if you are designing if you want to design a website designer will not collect nothing less than 100 plus 100,000 plus from you if you are starting on a low level. And in some places they can collect close to like 200 plus. So if you not learn this skill, and let's assume you've been perfect about when it comes to web design, and you just got a one job in 1 week, and you collected like 200 or you collected like 150, how will your week going to be? Your week is going to be like very, 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 very well. So that is the angle we are coming. And also, if you listen to the last part of Mr. Udo, giving us the example of Ahmed that is doing the graphics, even from the graphics as well, he has even sponsored himself to enroll into Polytechnic of Ibadan. So that is the power of tech. And it's not about you being present, just like 5 to 9. We are not condemning 5 to 9, but we are telling you that it's not only about your own like 5 to 9. You can work anytime, and when you work you earn per hour or per task or per gig. So that is why we are bringing our web design and the graphics design. And for this webinar, for this cohort, the price, the access fees for it has been subsidized because of this program, because we don't want people to be like, I want to learn and it's because I don't have enough, that is why I couldn't be able to dive in. So on a neutral ground, if you are learning with a subsidized for web design on a neutral ground, even without subsidy, close to like 100 plus. But because of it is being subsidized, it is around 50,000 naira. But because of people that attended this program, to make it much more easier and convenient as the early bird price is going to come with 30,000 naira, and it's going to be a 3-month training whereby you have people that will be mentoring you and be training you. We have a lot of people that have filled the form. So many people have joined the WhatsApp group. Likewise, the graphic design as well, because it's coming as an early bird, we are making it to be 20,000 naira, whereby you have the experience in learning the likes of CorelDRAW, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Photoshop, for you to create something that we be proud of. It is only when we are in Nigeria that most of all these things, we are look at it as something that is not very powerful. If you have opportunity to get out of Nigeria, out of the country, let's assume you design one design as low as $10 when you are in Nigeria. You know how much is $10? You are not connecting less than maybe 14 or 15,000. And let's now assume that you design more and you earn more. So that is where the power of the tech. So which means if you learn the simple test key, you can start earning. It's not until you learn everything. With the little one you learn, and with the mentoring and coaching, you will be able to output. Even you can start from, if you are a Muslim, you can start from the mosque or any religious Muslim community. If you are a Christian, you can start from the church community. You can start from the church. You have some people that are doing business that they are not, they want to create online presence. So that is why we are putting this thing together. I believe some people might be here, might not have interest, but you have someone that maybe your brother or your sister or somebody that is very closer to you that you can bring up this opportunity to them. So that is why we are sensitizing people about it. If you can all hear me, can I see some emoji? So thank you so much to our first speaker, Mr. Ridwan Awotunde, for the wonderful job. You can see he has categorized the from 0 to test key. It has categorized it from different area, starting from virtual assistant, content creation, no code, and the core one. Likewise, thank you to Mr. Sunday Hudo. He has done justice to how you can make money from a simple test key. So now let's move to the Q&A session. I believe some people might have something to say. And before we move to the Q&A session, I want to urge everyone to follow us on our social media, from the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and the YouTube, because that is where you can get instant notification. You might be privileged to see on the status of from a friend, but when you subscribe or when you follow us on our social media, you will be very easier for you to see a notification. So I will be dropping the WhatsApp group for you to join so that we can discuss more about this tech skill, or I will drop my number on the chat box. You can message me. So for people that have interest, and also for others to follow us on our social media as well, I will be dropping the link. So everybody just check the chat box. So while I will dropping it, we'll be welcoming question. If you have 1 or 2, 3 questions, you are all welcome. Can you all hear me very well, loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Sunday. So I will start from the Facebook. So I will drop it on our on the chat box. So we might forgot. We can start following us now. So that is our Facebook. And also I will put my number, so you can message me on the WhatsApp if you have questions as regard the training. So you can check the chat box. So the link for our social media has been dropping one after the other. Are we all together? Let me call on our mother in the house to please give us the closing remark. Or if anybody have any contribution, you might not have a question, you might have contributions, you might have something to discuss. So while I will call on Elijah Riskat Yusuf to kindly give us the closing remark, or if you have observation, you are welcome, ma. Elijah, are you with us, ma? And as regards the slide,
Hello,
this
sir. Can you hear me?
first presentation for people that. Yes, we can hear you, Elijah.
I brought greetings and felicity from organization from Non-Formal Education Foundation. We appreciate what Abasop have been doing, especially for our youth. So we really encourage him to do more for our youth and even with the older people, because age is in the state of mind, but learning, we start learning from childhood to death. Even after death, there is a education we call after death education. So people will still teach you something that you will have to learn. Digital tech has come to stay. So, and it's a reality that is staring on all of us. So we cannot run away from this. And we are trying to make a linkage between the primary literacy and digital literacy. So if we do the linkage, it will be easier that instead of using biro, you will be using your phone to do most of things, and it will be easier for you. Once again, I thank you very much for inviting me to this wonderful webinar. I want to congratulate all our speakers. We thank them so much. May God continue to strengthen them. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elijah, for the wonderful closing remark. I believe everybody can hear me loud and clear. Sorry, am I audible enough? Hello?
Yes, sir, you are audible enough, sir. We are very,
Hello?
very audible.
Oh, all right. Thank you, Mr. Tawab. So, thank you very much, Elijah Riskat, for the wonderful closing remark. Do you have any addition from the participant? So, Mr. Tawab, can we hear 1 or 2, 3 things from you?
Good evening, sirs and mass, fathers and mothers in the house, and bosses from different industries. My name is Abu Tawab Ifeoluwa, and I'm also very much happy to be part of this webinar. Uh, it's been a wide opening, and a lot have been learned so far. From the slides Mr. Redwan shared to the input Mr. Sunday also shared as well. So my key takeaway from there is about the parts when Mr. Redwan talked about values and attention as well, and also the parts when Mr. Sunday talked about idleness, being engaged, because that is how we can erase the negativity and the bad aura from this our humble generation, the Gen Z generation. So it's been fruitful so far, because I, as a tech person, and with the little bit I've come across so far that has caught my path rather is that in everything I do, regardless of how small it is, I always make sure my value is being felt. The value, the feedback is being felt, because regardless of everything we do, the services we provide, the product we make sales of, anything we do, any endeavor we all get involved with all our intentions, it all fall back to feedback. Once your feedbacks are positive and they are very, very satisfiable enough, that's just it. Because the money won't set in at first. Yes, and regardless of anything we do, most especially in tech, the money might not set in. And there are some people that they are very much opportune. I won't call it luck. Yes, I would say they are much opportune. That their first semester, their first term, their first moment, their first early stage in tech is always fruitful, and the money comes in. It's all blissful. It comes in at rush. But at some point, for others, it comes in slow. But within the slow and the persistence of not giving up, yes, because I'm picking the point Mr. Sunday buttressed earlier on, the part of not being idle and not giving up. Yes, that is also the major drive of everything. So I'm just so happy and grateful for being part of this webinar today. And though I've been hearing a lot about monthly webinars like this coming up, and I've missed twice. I've missed twice. So I just took it to myself that this time around, this one won't pass me by. I have to be here, and it's been very, very educative and progressive so far. I'm very happy. I'm very, very happy. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you very much for having me here. And I hope I'll be having much more of this in the next few months to come, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Towab. Thank you so much. So I'll be calling our individual for our key takeaway. Just to be brief, so we call it a day or crayfish, like one of my boss used to say. He said, let's call it a day or a crayfish. So permit me to call on Miss or Mrs. Alimat Akinola. Let's have your key takeaway. So why others to be prepared as well. So just to be brief, all right, Mrs. or Miss Alima Akinola. Are you with us? So while we are still waiting for her, can I call on my brother Mansour Atik to hear your key takeaway? Can you hear us? Or can you hear me? All right, let me call on my beautiful sister of the same mother. So Mrs. Adeshina Mariam. So let's have your key takeaway, ma. Does anyone having issue to unmute him or herself? I suggest maybe people are having have technical glitch to unmute themselves. Mr. Tender Sanders, can you unmute? Or Mrs. Tend Sanders, can you unmute? So why we call it a day? Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for attending this monthly webinar of this April edition. So enable to join us on our social media platform, and also so that you can see the updates, because tomorrow is Workers' Day and we are starting new month tomorrow, so you can be aware of our next webinar. Thank you so much, everybody. Bye.
I cannot hear anything. Has the meeting ended?